Hi guys, this is Sirak, back here with another tutorial with another one of my maps. This one is called The Fall of a Kingdom, and the map's premise uh, is to defend, for player 1 to defend his kingdom against the three opposing players. The three opposing players will destroy this keep, and if they are successful within 1 hour, the three attacking players will win. If player 1 manages to hold out uh, for the full hour in-game time, blue will actually be the victorious. Another way that blue can win this map is to kill the three attacking generals, who will enter the field themselves at minute 49. Now, in this map, you can see that blue has severely uh, been restricted by the buildings that they can build. So they cannot rebuild any military buildings, can't even rebuild their town centers. So they're quite important to maintaining your army. And they're definitely going to be priority targets for the attacking players. The town centers, the siege workshops, and of course the castle. The player starts with 2 castles, 3 siege workshops, 3 monasteries, and 3 town centers. The 3 monasteries, they start with a relic inside each of one. It's just to help you generate that gold income that you're going to need later on. As long as the TCs are alive, they will end up giving you bonuses throughout the game. So the southern TC here gives you 1 cow every minute. While the other 2 town centers, they will give you resources 5-minute intervals between each. So they'll give you about 1,000 resources of each. At the beginning of the game, you can see that you're starting with almost deathmatch level resources, and this is just to help get your economy going, as well as fielding an army full of upgrades that you were looking for. Since the attacking armies are post-imperial, there's some small spots across the map where you can gather gold and have a couple of villagers outside gathering extra gold mines. There's some inside the town as well, but I personally keep those for the late game where you want to force the enemy to attack your economy, and you're going to be probably gold starved and won't be able to get out of the city because of the siege. At the beginning of the game, you'll have this monk here in the far right corner, and with 3 relics. Each of these 3 relics grants a power to player 1, and the powers here are listed in the hints section, in case you can't remember them. The first one is Elite Archers and Defenses. So towers, castles, fortresses have +2 range and +3 or 7 attack. So the +3 goes to the towers, and the +7 attack goes to the castles and fortresses. As you'll see inside the map, there's plenty of towers around the city. So depending on the way that you want your setup to be, having more powerful towers, especially ones with longer range, can be quite devastating to the enemy. One of the things that I'd like to suggest before getting this power is to get your architecture upgrades, as well as your howardings and your arrow slits. The best knights in the land gives you a free paladin upgrade, so your knights are automatically upgraded to paladins. You also get blast furnace and plate boarding researched, and this is just to help with the cost and giving you access to the Frank's most powerful unit, being the paladin. You also get a 1 Teutonic Knight spawn every 30 seconds, and that spawn actually starts here at this castle and goes all the way down to here. You don't have to worry too much about it because is on an attack move, so it'll actually attack any units that they may come across while doing this short walk before you can send them elsewhere. The last power is high durability. So you get free architecture, howardings, and all buildings have +3 armor. Along that, every minute, all military units, this includes all current military as well, get plus 3 HP every minute, and all buildings, this includes your towers, your castles, everything, get 20 HP. Uh, this is a very powerful ability just because it helps to slow down your opponent as they're going to be stuck fighting more durable buildings with more HP and more armor, slowing them down considerably, especially with the time limit. One of the things to note as well on this one is and all your military will be upgraded is to get as many upgrades as you can before picking this, but not to lose out too much because every minute that you don't pick this power is additional hit points on your buildings and units that you could have had. So that's pretty much it for the powers. So these are just powers to help Blue against the oncoming onslaught of the different generals. One of the last things to note is that you can also purchase Spies for 600 goals in game, just so you can see where it is. The reason why player 1 gets these Spies is because the three generals are attacking the kingdom itself, their kingdom. So because of that, they have access to better map awareness and so forth, which is represented as Spy. Blue also starts with a small force of soldiers, as you can see them here, just about every gate entrance or so. You even get a scout just so that you can explore the hidden maps areas that are not covered by the rest of your base. So the three generals, they come from very different directions, but they'll always keep going and they'll always spawn in the same place. So red will always be coming from the right corner, green will come here from the left corner, and yellow will also be coming from the south. So as you can see here, red has started to spawn because I've made it go a little bit faster. So at minute 11, all the spawns start. And they start with 3 siege rams, 3 onagers, and 4 heavy scorpions. They also spawn elite boyards, legionary, woad raiders, and elite Chinese crossbowmen. This is a very tricky composition to fight because there's almost no good answer. The only weakness that they have is they don't have a lot of siege units to go through. So as long as you focus on the siege, the towers should easily take care of the rest. Yellow spawns next, and they are mostly focused on rams. So they start with, I believe, 6 rams, and they also spawn Imperial camels, elite huskarls, elite kamayaks, as well as elite longbowmen. So they're very arrow resistant with the rams and the huskarls and the Imperial camels. And being the Indians, they also have that attack bonus versus the buildings with their camels. So they definitely are going through the weaker access of your city, which is being the south side, as the other two sides, they have that fortress to guard the gates inside your city. The last person being the Mongols is very dangerous, but because they're usually standalone, as yellow and red can more easily group up, I should say, than the green player can. And they start with 5 siege rams, as well as some siege onagers. They're quite deadly, but apart from their siege, which unfortunately is Mongol siege, which means that they move extremely fast for surprise attacks, they also spawn Mengadai, but then the rest of their army composition is very manageable, being their hussars, champions, as well as pikemen. So ideally they'll be attacking 3 different places at the same time, just to help over micromanage the blue player and eventually break in and start pushing inside the gate. What I found is that, especially with good players attacking and defending, the timer is just about right for whoever wins and whoever loses. You'll be winning or losing within a couple of minutes of that 1 hour mark, regardless on which side that you're playing on. And every 8 or 9 minutes, the three armies will get reinforced with the exact same composition. Um, but you don't want to stay around too long and not attack, because otherwise the blue player will attack you and possibly wipe out your precious siege weapons, which will definitely hinder you later on because of the sheer amount of towers, walls that you eventually have to go through. So that's pretty much it for this map. I hope you have a lot of fun trying it out and defending as player one, or finding different ways and strategies to kill the keep within the time limit. Uh, so I'll leave you guys on this note. You can definitely look forward to another of my tutorials, and I'll see you next time.